It has been said all over the internet and on various platforms that entrepreneurship is a lonely path. Sometimes it's exciting, sometimes it's hard. Sometimes you know what you do, sometimes you don't know. Sometimes things just become hard. But the question is, what keeps me going when challenges are mounted, when challenges come? What is the reason why you're going to show up tomorrow? What is the reason why you are actually not going to give up?
Welcome to another day of growth with Moses.
All right, Moses here on another day of growth. And I'm just starting a new series that is focusing on the most helpful conversations every business owner should have. Now, the thing about this series is that it's just a compilation of various topics, various conversations that every business owner should have, you know. There is a mistake that we do in running businesses that makes us to wake up and chase for money and only just be thinking about one thing. Where is the money coming from? Where is the next contract? Where are the clients? You get my point. So at the end of the day, you find that you have no time to pause and reflect and think about your next move in business. You have no silence in life that makes you to think about certain things. You're literally thinking about your day-to-day, the running of the business, and you are hardly creating time to think about the future, to think about the things that you want to actually do to improve in business, to improve as a business owner, to improve as a person. So even some people that are actually now learning to the practice of having quiet time, they're having quiet time and then they get in quiet time and they literally don't know what to actually be thinking about. So in the series that we are launching, in the series of these, I'm just going to be sharing with you a number of helpful conversations that every business owner should have, either in your moments when you're reflecting alone or along with your team, along with your partner, along with your mentor, along with the people that have meaning to you. So the first one that I want to share, the first conversation that every business owner should have is the why conversation. Why am I doing this kind of conversation? Aligning your business with your life's purpose. You see, your business may bring income, but its deeper purpose should bring meaning. Your business should bring income, but the purpose should actually be really be a little bit bigger, you know. One particular person that I normally follow, I think his name is Simon Sinek. He has been hosted on various podcasts, various platforms, and is being interviewed on the why. Many times we just run businesses, run into the month, and all you're doing, you're just thinking about clients, you're thinking about the projects that you're running. You're basically thinking about money, you're thinking about resources, but you never pause to think about the why. Why are you doing what you actually do? Understanding why you are in business helps you anchor your decisions and everything that you do, because you are in this for a bigger reason. You are in this for something bigger. You are in this for something broader. Every time they share about understanding your why, in most cases, they give an example of, let me say, when you get an illness in your body, and they say probably you have malaria, but if you take this medicine 3 times a day, within 3 days, the malaria is actually going to be healed. So every time you're taking your medicine, you know why. The why is extremely clear. When you have an illness and they give you medication, you are going to religiously take the medicine because you know why. You know the actual reason why you're taking it. You're not taking it out of obligation. You're taking it because you know that the moment I put this medicine in, 2 tubs times 2, 2 tubs times 3, in the morning, in the afternoon, and the evening, I know within 3 days, I'm going to be what? I'm going to be fine. So, on the contrary, you can still understand this. There are people that are on long lifetime medicine, probably having incurable diseases within them, and they are supposed to be managed on medication. When those individuals lose the why they are actually taking medicine, in most cases they lose their health. In most cases things become bad. In most cases their lifespan is cut short because they simply lost the reason why taking medication was important. So still, as a business owner, it is very important to pause and ask yourself why. Because it is extremely easy for you to think that you are here for the people that you are with, you are here for the people that you are doing business with. But as a business owner, it is extremely very important for you to find time a little bit. Walk a journey of self-introspection. You're alone, or reason with your partner, reason with your mentor, reason with someone who has gone ahead of you, and just say, but exactly why am I doing this? And I want to share with you just a few questions that you might want to put. Question one, why did I start this business in the first place? Did I start the business because I wanted to be better? Did I start a business because I was a family guy with kids that depend on me, that this was my means of actually building an income that can sustain? What personal mission am I trying to fulfill through this business? What is that personal mission within you? What is that personal mission you're trying to fulfill in running the business that you're running? The other question you need to really think on as you are reflecting on the why is, does this business align with my deepest values and convictions? The quality, the type of the business, or the values that a business carries, they are heavily hinged on the values that the business owner holds. If you look within your value system deeply, does this business align with my deepest values and convictions? I've had a friend that had to turn down business because the business was simply promoting something something morally incorrect. The other question you might want to consider is, what keeps me going when challenges amount? It has been said all over the internet and on various platforms that entrepreneurship is a lonely path. Sometimes it's exciting, sometimes it's hard, sometimes you know what you do, sometimes you don't know, sometimes things just become hard. But the question is, what keeps me going when challenges amount, when challenges come? What is the reason why you're going to show up tomorrow? What is the reason why you are actually not going to give up? The other question to ponder on is, if money weren't an issue, would you still do this? Would you still run the business would you still show up if money was not the issue? The other guiding question to think about is, how does this business contribute to my purpose in life? We're running businesses not because we don't have things to do, not because that we have a collar. We are running these businesses because there is a purpose that has been put in your life as an individual. So as you're running that business, pause and reflect and ask yourself, how does this business contribute to my purpose in life? Are you touching lives? The difference between a dealer and a business owner is that a business owner will build a system that others will actually depend on. But a dealer is all about getting another gig. It's all about getting another thing, and that's it. It's a deal. It's a done deal. Like no one depends on it. So the question is, how does this business contribute to my purpose in life? You see, we've been all created. Others have been created. There are people that have been created to create things. There are people that have been created to found things, and then there are people that have been created to run the things that have been found. Sometimes your purpose is you are going to be that man that is going to serve a certain portion of humanity because you started a thing that is capable of standing and minting money that lives and families can be supported. Sometimes it's not about the service that you're offering. Sometimes it's about what impact are you in position to drive and leave behind as a result of having a business. So it is some conversation that you need to have. Why are you actually doing the business that you're doing? Then the other question is, what am I trying to prove? What am I trying to prove through providing this work? Are you in an industry and service providers have actually disappointed a lot that you're coming up with something new? I recently was having a conversation with an entrepreneur who is into beauty products, and she took me through about 30 minutes of explaining her product. She was telling me that, Moses, you see, 80% of young women in the corporate workplace, they are spending a lot of time trying to apply lotion on their faces to see that they look beautiful. And majority of the products on the market, they are actually bleaching. And what happens is that they spend time bleaching their faces in the name of becoming beautiful. But every after 1 year, every after 2 years, they keep switching because they are moving from one bleaching product to another bleaching product, another bleaching product. So genuinely, this woman was just telling me that, what we are doing right now is to create beauty products that preserve your skin, but just kind of nourish your skin, that you remain running a good skin, you remain with a good skin without a lot of stress, but you still have what? You still have a good skin, you still look beautiful with how you've been created. So again, in line to this question, what am I trying to prove through this work? So there are things that you need to be thinking about. There are conversations that you should be having. The other key guiding question here is, who am I doing this for beyond myself? Are you running this kind of business for you? Or you are in this to build a legacy? You are in this for people. The brands that I look at, they've been around for some years. If some brands were not built, probably some of our parents would not have a means of earning, because when I look back, they worked with brands that are still here today. So when you look at the most legacy businesses that we have, they are businesses that have a greater why. They are businesses where someone would work and leave the company there, making money, building resources, and that's it. So it is a very core conversation that you should be having as a person that is running business. The other guiding question that you might be thinking of is, am I proud of the business that I'm building? Am I proud of the things that I'm doing right now? I crazy had another conversation with a guy that ended up canceling his idea. And all he wanted to do, he just wanted to do a website that was broadcasting human nudity. And I was like, man, is this the kind of thing? I know no one is going to know, but because you know that guys want to just get online and begin to watch this stuff that is a bit nude, is this something that you're going to be proud of? It was a hard conversation. I know he's a respectable guy, he's a lawyer, but he wanted to do like a side hustle. There are many questions that you need to have, but the question is, am I proud of the business that I'm building? Then the other last guiding question to think about, what needs to change to bring my business closer to my purpose? One of the things that we are seeing a lot of people are starting businesses and giving up along the way because of the multiple challenges that we face in running businesses. But those who have a strong why, they are the ones that have the greatest reason to stay. One of the characteristics that you're going to see in all the businesses that have stood the test of time is that the people and the brains behind, they went through the toughest times, but they still stood. So one of the hardest conversations, one of the most crucial, very helpful conversations you should be having between you and yourself, between you and your founder, between you and the people that guide you is, why am I doing this? Why am I running the business that I'm doing? That as long as you have that clarity, in the moment when business is hard, it is the why that is actually going to sustain you. In the moments when things stop making meaning, in the moments when clients leave you, in the moments when the struggle is actually evident, in the moments when you're not understanding the tax man, in the moments when you make like crazy decisions that are going to put you in a place of debt and financial challenges come, in those moments where things are actually meaningless, as long as you know why you started the thing that you started, you are literally going to stay, because you know that your life depends on it. You know that you are doing this for a reason. So as we get into this conversation, as we get into this series, the first conversation that I want to emphasize, every person that is running a business should actually be thinking about is, why are you doing the things that you do? Why do you show up? Why? So it is something that is very important, and it is high time that as you run a business, as you are building an entity, as you're building a thing, it is high time you created time of thinking. One of the persons who mentors me has actually told me that, you know what, Moses, you need to step aside and have a bird's eye view on your business and ask yourself what is working and then what is not working. In what ways are you erroring and in what ways are you getting things right? What needs to change? What product do you need to add on, you know? So core question one, you know, core conversation, one of the conversations that you should be having with yourself, with your team, or with people that matter is, why are you doing the things that you're doing? As long as you have that clarity, if you're a writer, you're going to write these things down. If you're not a writer, note it in your head. Just know that I'm in this for the long run. I'm in this, you know. You know, the reasons why so many people keep switching between businesses and businesses here is that when your business starts getting hard and then you start looking at your friend that is actually doing piggery, you think that people doing piggery, it's nice, so you cross over and then get into pigs and also get in there and then to realize that it is actually harder than what you're doing, and then you see another person that is into another thing, you keep jumping. The reason why people keep jumping and sampling around is they don't know why. They don't have a clarity, they don't have a reason why they're doing the things that they're doing. So sometimes the greatest lesson we are going to learn, we are going to learn it by observing businesses that have stood the test of time. So in this episode, I just wanted to share with you just that one thing. You know, number one conversation you should actually be having as a business owner is why you are doing the things that you're doing.
Thank you for joining us on another day of Growth with Moses. If you would like access to more episodes, please subscribe to this channel. And if you enjoyed this episode, help us share and spread word about it. Till next time, we meet again on another day of Growth with Moses.